Hello, and welcome to an outside broadcast from the Movie Mad channel. My wife's shaking her head as I say that. We're live in the wilderness. You might even hear the cows moo. We'll start off with some extremely sad news. Two extremely bad pieces of news. First of all, on the caravan site, my son is 12 years old, nearly 13, and he has two friends now, and he doesn't want to go anywhere with his dad. Swimming, beach. He just walks out of the caravan at 10 o'clock in the morning, comes back for food, and appears at 10 o'clock at night, and has abandoned me. Apart from to drink, come back to drink cokes, get fed, and then come back. So I have been doing not much, apart from watching movies. So I have watched a couple, and we'll discuss them in a moment, but I have to say the second part of sad news. Finally, I think...
No, I think you will be.
Hear her shouting at me. She says she hates it every time she irons it, but finally, my Empire Strikes Back t-shirt, I think it's going to have to see his last farewell. So shouting in my video. Look, she says this is unacceptable. There's also some holes down the bottom, so it's a sad day, and so I'll need to replace that. So that's two pieces of sad news. So we'll start off with the good news. Let's say, well, I have been watching a few films when I've been here, and I started off with The Departed. I watched that on Amazon Prime. It was a pretty decent movie. And they, in order to talk about it, it's a bit complicated. The guy goes undercover to find out, to get a crime boss, but there's a cop in the department that's tipping them off, and it sort of goes cat and mouse chase throughout. And I thought the undercover cop, so spoiler alert if you've not seen The Departed, was going to do well and capture the guy, but he does capture him, but things go wrong. So I'll just leave it at that. So I watched that. That was Jack Nicholson in The Departed. So I thought I'd follow that up with the DVD that's here of The Batman, 1989, Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Okay, now I watched that and I thought Jack Nicholson is going to put a good performance in as a Joker. Does he? He does, yes, but I have to say, I know it's a different time, but compared to Heath Ledger's Joker, it just wasn't as good, I don't think. So watched that. Then I watched on Netflix Anger Management. I really enjoyed that one. So I went on a sort of Jack Nicholson fest, and I did enjoy that. So watched that. Then I watched the original Thor with Anthony Hopkins playing Thor's dad. And this was a pretty decent. I've seen this a few times. I think this is a decent Marvel outing. I keep saying I'm superheroed out, but I turned out and watched two superhero movies. What I'll do just now is before I got here, I did have to take my son to the hospital on a Friday before we travelled down. So I did actually film a little bit in the CX in Cameron Toll. So what I'll do is I'll pause now and I'll show you that footage. I didn't actually pick anything up. I'm just trying to think why I didn't. Maybe I'll see from the footage myself. Okay, so I'll pause it, and you can come back to me live. Or is it not live? It's an outside broadcast, isn't it? We go to another live weather report from the caravan from James. Here he is.
It's boiling out here. I could boil an egg on my forehead.
Now help!
I think I'm steaming.
Did you like that? Okay, and right, that's it. 22, that's quite a lot. Hold on, I've got that one, I've got slip paper. That another trousers. It's not bad. Just go right along rather than going down. So okay, got that one. So.
Where's Robert? Get up again. ये है क्या? ये कोई काला चिपका हुआ है। क्या? ये है क्या? चिप किसने किया है? आपके सामने चिप को क्या है? ओ ये देखो, ये क्या है?
Right. So hopefully you've seen the footage. Hopefully that cut out and didn't just continue to film. It did. That's good. And after, so as you can see from the footage in there, is there any thoughts on any of the movies or any ones that I should have picked up? Point them out. Let me know what you think. But I watched Wedding Crashers, which I thought was a great movie with Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson on Netflix yesterday as well. And I went to look that up on CX and it's a decent price, so I think I'm going to order that. It turns out it's in one of my shops in Edinburgh, but that's one where you kind of get parked at, so I'll need to walk up and get it. So I might do that when I get back. But on those thoughts, I did actually receive a package. I sent a copy of Roadhouse to Ollie because I got the Arrow release, and he happened to be getting rid of a pile of Blu-rays, and he said, if there's any you want in there, tell me and I'll send them. And there was two that I did want, and he did send me them. And I'll show you what they are. So, well, I hope that's what they are. Let's open all this package. Here they are. So what do we have? What do we have? We have, going on my Owen Wilson-a-thon, I've actually been looking for this for a while, and it just so happened to be in Ollie's pile. He obviously didn't get on with it, or he was wanting rid of it. So I picked up that one, so we're going to go watch that, and I think I'm going to follow this up with Behind Enemy Lines. So 3 Owen Wilson films. Starsky and Hutch. So thank you very much for Ollie for sending me that. I'm going to combine these. So I'll probably combine that with Behind Enemy Lines, or I might combine it with Wedding Crashers when I get it. And I watched Die Hard 4.0 last week. I like that film. The more I watch it though, the more where he flies the helicopter and the plane bit are just too out of place. But it's still a good movie. I do enjoy it. Uh, oh, I was just looking at. So why we're talking about Bruce Willis, because the other movie he sent me was one that I actually like Bruce Willis's, which is 16 Blocks. It says includes a shocking alternative ending not seen in cinemas. I remember this film. I remember what it's about, and I have wanted to watch it again. So glad to add that to the collection. I say, I'm presuming Ollie has decided that he doesn't want these ones in his collection. So, thank you very much for sending me those, Ollie. I really do appreciate it. And I'm going to get back to my afternoony film watching. I have a bit of cheesecake and a cup of tea. I think that's what I'm going to do. It's not very sunny this week at the caravan compared to last time. I should add in James's weather report from yesterday. But if you look at my shorts, you'll see James's weather report from yesterday. It's funny. So I'll leave you to it. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time on the Movie Mad channel. Now, Arlene, now you've pointed it out, that hole is annoying me. In my t-shirt. I didn't even notice it till you pointed it out. Alright, okay. Right. Thanks, folks. I'll catch you later.